In the old government hospital at the edge of town, there was a ward everyone feared, Ward 7. Not because the illnesses there were worse than others, but because of the nurse who ruled it. Her name was Nurse Gloria. By day, she wore a spotless white uniform and smiled before doctors and visitors. By night, when the lights dimmed and the corridors echoed with coughs and prayers, her true nature emerged. She was cruel, impatient, and greedy. Patients who had money were treated gently. Their beds were neat, their medicines came on time. But the poor, the traders, farmers, and elderly who could barely pay hospital bills, suffered under her care. "Medicine is finished," she would say coldly, even when the cabinet was full. "If you don't have money, pray harder," she would mutter, turning her back on groaning patients. Some cried through the night in pain. Some grew worse, not because their sickness was untreatable, but because mercy was denied them. One evening, a frail old woman named Mama Ejiro was brought into Ward 7. She had no visitors, no money, only a small bag and a trembling voice. "Please, nurse, help me," she begged. Nurse Gloria rolled her eyes. "Lie down and stop disturbing me." That night, Mama Ejiro's condition worsened. She rang the bell again and again. Gloria ignored it, busy chatting on her phone. By morning, Mama Ejiro was dead. The hospital recorded it as natural causes. But from that day on, strange things began to happen. At night, Nurse Gloria started hearing the bell ding, ding, ding even when no patient pressed it. She saw shadows moving where no one stood. She dreamt of patients staring at her with accusing eyes. Her hands began to shake. Her sleep vanished. Her temper worsened. One night, as she made her rounds, she entered Ward 7 and froze. Every bed was occupied, not by living patients, but by those who had died under her care. Mama Ejiro sat up slowly, her eyes combat piercing. "You heard our cries," Mama Ejiro said softly. "And you chose silence." Nurse Gloria screamed and collapsed. By morning, she was found unconscious on the ward floor. When she woke, she could no longer speak. Her hands trembled so badly she couldn't hold a syringe. She was dismissed from the hospital quietly. Years later, people said she could be seen outside the same hospital gates, begging for help, ignored by passers-by, just as she once ignored the helpless. And in Ward 7, the bells rang only when truly needed again. Moral lesson: power without compassion is cruelty. And those who refuse mercy may one day beg for it in vain. Please subscribe to Folk Night TV.